Good day, everyone. This is Marigold Phoenix here. Just putting out a video here, just as I'm sure you're all aware, there's been a lot of activity going on in New Jersey right now. And with that being said, I just wanted to cover a few things and give my honest thoughts on what's going on here. Now, for those of you who may be familiar, Ingo Swann was a psychic who worked for the CIA, and he pioneered a lot of the remote viewing programs that were started. And in one of the books that he wrote, which was released in the 90s, he mentioned the difference between intuitus as well as intellectus. Now, these are, of course, both Latin words used by the Romans, and they described how they garnered knowledge. Of course, intuitus means intuition, and intellectus, of course, means intelligence. So the Romans recognized the importance of each of these, and they both gave them knowledge through the different methods that each of these understandings provided. Neither of them were more important than the other, which is worth noting here. And they are, of course, both complementary to one another. So intuition, of course, gives our intelligence insight and respect. And then intelligence, of course, gives our intuition understanding and meaning. So with that being said, we are, of course, clearly lacking in intuition as far as the dominant paradigm that currently holds a majority of people's psyches is concerned. There is so much stigma around using intuition, yet it is a necessary aspect of the human condition. It truly is. So may I ask what your intuition is telling you about these so-called drones, incursions, not just in New Jersey, but many other states and country as well? Truly ask yourself this: what is your intuition asking you? Really sit and meditate on that. I encourage you to do so. What is your gut telling you? Mine is telling me it is NHI, otherwise known as non-human intelligence. Then please do not let stigma distort this gut feeling. I'm sure if you gave yourself enough time and meditated on that, you would probably be feeling the same exact thing. So with that being said, let's talk about the dominant normalized assumptions about what these are. A lot of people are thinking they are private tech, yet Eric Davis himself, who worked in UAP programs such as DARPA and private companies such as Bigelow Aerospace, he said that alien reproduction vehicles are not existent. And what that is, of course, is something that's been replicated from off-world technology that has crashed on this planet. Something being replicated by us, by people. He stated that just simply does not exist. So with that being said, I'd encourage you to research this man's background if you haven't. These objects being seen across the world have been reported to not move in any kind of linear fashion that known, or really any kind of human technology has been moving in, at least up until this year, 2024. So they have been reported to even zigzag and hover in some witnesses' reports, especially, of course, in New Jersey, with the videos that are coming out and the corroborations that is going on between the people of New Jersey. So they are also too large to be considered standard man-made drones. A lot of people are reporting SUV-sized drones. This isn't really something that you would see from a hobbyist, bear in mind. And this isn't something that, most people would agree is not something that a private aerospace company would have created. And especially with Eric Davis's admission here, I think he, to some degree, would agree with that, but I can't speak for him here on that alone. So what he has said, of course, is that ARVs are not existent, and something of this size, we may allude to being an ARV, but we can pretty much deduce that, given his word, these are not ARVs. So these, of course, objects have been seen across the world, and again, reported not to move in any kind of linear fashion. They've been zigzagging and hovering, and they're, of course, too large to be man-made drones. So knowing that us, as in humanity, have not reproduced vehicles of this caliber, you can probably assume where I'm going with this. Now, knowing that the DoD themselves said just as of this week that what is being seen over New Jersey is not our technology. And by us, not our technology, the United States. nor is it any kind of foreign adversary such as Russia or China or Iran. It just simply isn't. This is leaving most people assuming it is private tech at this point. Yet again, people who have actually worked for these private aerospace companies, such as Eric Davis, have stated that humanity has not created ARVs, otherwise known as alien reproduction vehicles. Now, you may be wondering, what if these are private technologies that are not ARVs? Well, the thing is that these objects are moving in certain maneuvers that are not really adhering to the standard laws of physics that, of course, we employ with these kind of vehicles. So if we want to really explain a lot of the objects, and even in some cases where I've seen some videos of certain morphologies occurring, where with these morphologies, you have essentially a light orb that is changing into certain different vehicles. This has been shown on video here. Unfortunately, I can't immediately show this right now. But with that being said, that is not something that you accept. I certainly understand, and you certainly are more than welcome to believe what you wish. But nonetheless, these objects are showing maneuvers that are not known to, frankly, the Newtonian laws of physics. That is how you could say human aircraft are moving. And so an alien reproduction vehicle being something that is essentially defying the laws of physics, now being asserted by Eric Davis, just doesn't exist. So we have something defying the laws of physics. Humanity has not created something such as this. You could probably assume what that means. It's NHI. Now, so when we are seeing videos, even on CNN, of triangle-shaped craft, they are hovering. We are being told this is not us or any kind of other nation by the DoD. People who have worked for private aerospace companies with access to off-world crash debris say this has not been recreated by us. Do we really want to follow the stigma that has been occurring for the last 80 odd years now and say that this is not NHI? I understand we are afraid of this stigma. Believe me, I do, as someone who has certainly experienced it on countless occasions in their life. But I'd encourage each and every one of us to be brave here. Now, I say this because this is NHI visiting us, and unfortunately, nuclear activity is increasing. They care deeply about us, and they do not want us to destroy ourselves. And it's not just for our own sake, it's for theirs as well. They have been spotted over nuclear facilities in New Jersey. And again, these nuclear risks affect them, not just us, as nuclear explosions have a ripple effect in the universe. Stop and process that for a second. Any kind of nuclear fission, or maybe even in some cases nuclear fusion, I'm not sure of that, but nuclear fission, which is what, of course, these nuclear facilities and nuclear weapons are utilizing, nuclear fission, splitting of the atom. Again, that has a ripple effect in the universe. So as much as they may be concerned for our own safety, it's theirs as well. Now, I just want to finish this by saying, there's a lot of heavy stuff here going on. I'm sure it's a lot to process. Believe me, I know this isn't something that is necessarily easy to process and understand, especially the gravity of the situation, as well as the scope of who's being affected by it, which is really everyone, every human being on this planet. So I just want to say, be not afraid. We want to gradually welcome our cosmic brothers and sisters, and I'd encourage us to take all the time we need to process this. So, as always, I like living. Stay blessed.